Bhajahure manam Sri Nanda Nandanaya Bhaya Charanara Bindare Bhajahure manam Sri Nanda Nandanaya Bhaya Charanara Bindare.
He is serving all the devotees, small or big or anybody. But lastly, Guru Maharaj's position come that way, very high. It took very good place in the heart of the devotee, all the devotees' heart. But Guru Maharaj was junior and many senior devotee was there in Math. And Guru Maharaj not disturb their mind. Guru was giving them that high position. But if anyone come to Guru Maharaj for debating, and when they are defeated by Guru Maharaj, after defeating, Guru Maharaj is giving very good message to him, and he is not thinking anything against the Guru Maharaj. That was the nature of Guru Maharaj.
That's Mahaprabhu's mood.
Yes, mood of Mahaprabhu.
Mood of Mahaprabhu.
Good message giving.
Defeating, then embracing.
Embracing. That was it. And Prabhupada watched everything. And in front of Guru Maharaj, many times defeated many big pandits who is disturbing Prabhupada, and Prabhupada cannot control that pandit. Prabhupada cannot defeat that pandit, that man. And he's 1 hour, Prabhupada trying to defeat him 1 hour, but cannot do that. Guru Maharaj seated there. Then Guru Maharaj was very disturbed. And his Prabhupada telling high topics, and Prabhupada going in the high line, high tension line. And high tension, there you cannot get bulb. All bulb will be fused. And that was the position. Then Guru Maharaj told, oh Prabhupada, if you say to this 220 volt, myself, I shall do something for him. And this is my decoration. But Guru Maharaj said, yeah, Prabhupada, he cannot understand what you are telling, actually. If you leave me him, I shall try to explain. And Prabhupada have got immediate relief. That is, that man's going this way, that way, thinking, oh, he is the chief, and I am talking with him, and I can defeat the chief. And he is very highly qualified, no doubt. Then, and Prabhupada also was very disturbed, that is, he cannot control that man. Then Guru Maharaj cannot stay, but Guru Maharaj was a very quiet person. He is not disturbing anybody, but that time he cannot tolerate. Lastly he told Prabhupada, if you give permission, I can talk with him, he cannot understand what you are telling. And Prabhupada immediately got relief and told, yes, you can talk with him. Guru Maharaj took that topics, and within 5 minutes, Guru Maharaj said, the Guru Maharaj make some hole around that theory.
Drill a hole around.
Yeah. Make some hole, this theory. He told that same theory, he told if you go there, you cannot go up to over that. Then there is your road closed. If you go there, up to that you can go. After that you cannot move. That is your road closed. If you go this side, if you go there, this way, 5, 6 channels he make, and make their hole, and put it all his theory in the hole. Then he told, now only this theory what telling Prabhupada. If you follow and you can cross over this ocean. And that man stopped talking. If you go this way, your theory up to that, and there will go in that hole. Mane, he makes some hole and put his theory there everywhere. Then he told, now only one way, what Prabhupada said, and this is this. And you must follow this, no other way. And that man understand that Prabhupada was very happy. This Guru Maharaj said.
Simple.
Yes,
It's so
very simple and within 5 minutes. And I asked Guru Maharaj, which way you have done it? And Guru Maharaj said, that time I was in Delhi, as a preacher, and in Delhi there is very high class, highly qualified people. I am going for collection to their house, and they are doing many questions to me, and I am giving answer. That way, I am habituated to give that type of questions answer. But Prabhupada always not getting that. Then Prabhupada, he cannot think what he will do. But that type of question I am. Juddhe Chakradharam Vishnu Pravashe Vikramam Narayanam Tanutyage Sridhanam Priya Sangame Dushapane Saragobindam Sankate Madhusudanam Gamane Vamananchaiva Dushapane Saragobindam Sankate Madhusudanam Jalamadhe Varahamcha Parvati Raghunandanam Gamane Vamananchaiva Sarvakajyeshu Madhavam. This is 16, no? Oshade Chintayet Vishnu. When you will take medicine, you must remember Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, and take medicine. Bhajanechi Janardanam. When you are going to take prasadam, Jai Janardhan, Jai Janardhan.
Now I understand. Something.
Chintayet means you remember.
I will remember.
Oshadi Chintayet Vishnu Bhajane Janardhanam Shayani Padmanabhancha. When you will go for sleeping, you will remember Jai Padmanabhanji, Jai Padmanabhanji, and you will sleep. Padmanabh is Trivandrum central, there is Padmanabh. DT, Padmanabh. In Trivandrum central, there is Padmanabh DT.
Big DT.
Shayani Padmanabhancha Vivahecha Prajapati. When you will go for marriage, you remember Jai Prajapati, Jai Brahma, Jai Brahma. Brahma, Vivahecha Prajapati. Juddhe Chakradharam Vishnu. When you will go for fighting, you must remember Chakradhar Vishnu, that is Krishna. Juddhe Chakradharam Vishnu. Pravase Vikramam. When you will go far from India or somewhere, then you will think Trivikram, the form of Narayan,
He is
Trivikram.
always strong.
Pravase Vikramam, Narayanam Tanutyage. When you are going to die, you must think Narayan. And Sridharam Priya Sangame, when you go to meet with your friends or family, you will remember Sridhar. And Dushapane Saragobindam, when you get bad dream, that time you remember me,
Govinda.
Govinda.
You saw Govinda or Bhajana Janardhan? Yeah,
We are both here, no problem.
I'm thinking about
Maharaj.
Krishna.
So if you forget all these names, you just think of Guru Maharaj, Guru Dev, friends. Enough.
Yeah, when you
Yes.
Yes?
Nitai.
when you
Too many names.
Nitai.
when you eating, think of Janardhan, and when you eat too much, then you remember Govinda when you get that dream.
Dusapali Sarabhuvinam Sankati Madhusudanam
Sankara Madhusudanam.
Anani Narasinghancha Pavake Jalasayina. And when you go to the jungle, you must remember Narasingha. Nisingha. Pavake Jalasayina. When you go to fire base somewhere, there you must remember the Jalasai, that is Kirodakasai Vishnu. And when you will get too much difficulty, then you will think Madhusudan.
Madhusudan. I will remember. Madhusudan.
Arjun and Gita.
Sankare Madhusudanam.
Madhusudan.
Jalamante Barahansa. When you will get any trouble in the water, from water, maybe in the river, in the pond, somewhere you will get trouble from the water, then Jalamante Barahansa, then you will remember Barahadev. Patpati Raghunandana. When you will go to the mountain and there, if you will get any difficulty or not to get, when you are going, you must remember the Ramchandra, Raghunandan, Parvati Raghunandana, and Gamani Bhamanachaiva, and everywhere when you will try to go, and you remember the Bhamandev, and Sarvakadyeshu Madhava, and all the job, work, anything you will do, before you will remember the Madhava. Sarvakadyeshu Madhava.
16 names.
Yes, 16 names.
To whom I have to remember if somebody stole in my sweater, Maharaj?
It is, if it is come in your dream, you must remember me.
What?
You see?
For sweat.
Sweater.
Sweat. Is a say it again. It's very good imitation.
Maharaj, when Srila Prabhupada passed away, disappeared, how old was Srila Guru
How
Maharaj?
old?
Yeah.
Prabhupada.
No, Guru Maharaj.
Guru Maharaj was 93.
No, when Bhaktisiddhanta disappeared, how old was Srila Guru Maharaj? 33?
42. 42.
Oh, how old Guru Maharaj was that time?
42, I think. 1937.
Not 33?
37? Prabhupada. Gone.
37?
36 last. 37 gone.
37 and 47. 42 maybe, but 41.
He born in 94?
96. 95.
95.
Guru Maharaj in 1995, 1895.
1895, so it's 5 and 37, 43.
42.
42. Uh-huh.
36. Yeah, but end January 1st, I think.
December 31st, right?
And his godbrothers was in that time accepted Guru Maharaj after this, when he received Sri Rupa Manjari Pada. They changed
many
the...
many senior godbrother was there. Guru Maharaj.
You were saying different songs they were given.
Vinod Babu,
They were given other songs to sing.
Vasudev Prabhu.
And what was that transmission like? As an example, maybe. What-
Yes, that is transmission. You do bhajan this way, you do bhajan this way, you do bhajan this way. Like that. This is signal of their
Heart.
bhajan life.
Swami Maharaj also was there? No.
Swami Maharaj house always.
Ah, Swami.
Swami Maharaj after we are
Actually, Swami Maharaj not have got much association of Srila Prabhupada, Saraswat. Maybe few days he have got. Several times, but few days. On the whole.
Maharaj assist.
But he have got association of the devotee of Srila Prabhupada. And also much association he has got of Guru Maharaj. And he likes Guru Maharaj very much. He was also very simple-hearted man, and Guru Maharaj also very simple-hearted. Then both was friends. And both are very ambitious to preach. They wants to preach. Swami Maharaj also, that one, mode of Swami Maharaj. But Swami Maharaj's father was Sahaja. Many good Sahaja Vaishnava, you will see, many. And you will be puzzled which way you will decide. Yeah, what kind of quality of them. Easily cannot decide. And it is very hard to decide. Even for Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he have got charge for to take decision against Biskishan. And Bhaktivinoda Biskishan, one very big yogi, and he has got charge to take decision, he is a perfect or not, perfect devotee or not. Then his judgment, lastly, Bhaktivinoda Thakur expressed it when that Biskishan said, "Oh, you are my devotee," I was not surprised. But when he said, Chaitanya Dev also is my great devotee, then he think he is clearly a cheater. And he have no feelings about the religious consciousness. But he have power of yoga. It is completely different. Yoga karmasu kausalam. Srimad Bhagavad Gita says that is called yoga. It is practicing and getting result immediately. And that is called yoga. But there may be religion, may not be religion. That is other question. But that is in the scripture said some practicing process. If they believe it, the scriptures is perfect, and I am practicing from the scriptures, then they are going some line of bhakti. Otherwise, it is completely physical matter. To practice, many yogis can practice many things. We have seen many kind of yogi. They are living under the ground, making one hole.
Burying themselves. Burying themselves.
Yes, and putting head down and
Covered.
covered, and 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours they are living there. This way. It's also my experience. I have some experience. about meditation. There I was surprised to first experience come to me. When I am thinking every day I am going to Guru Maharaj's upstairs. Mostly every day, that is, I have any big service, then I am. Otherwise, I am, after taking prasadam, for relaxation, I am going to Guru Maharaj's room. And there was some facility, the fan, electric fan was there in Guru Maharaj's room, and very hot time. I am going to Guru Maharaj's room and taking one mattress and I am lying down. Within 2 minutes I am sleeping. And Guru Maharaj also very happy. Govinda Maharaj come and sleep here in my room. And he was very happy, and I know that the Guru Maharaj also will be happy and I shall also get some relief. That is, electric fan is there. Both every day I am going. When I am in a relaxed mood. One day it's happened, no electricity. But I went there and I lie down there, but no electricity and too much hot. Then I took one hand fan and Guru Maharaj in this, and Guru Maharaj said, "Oh Govinda Maharaj, today no electricity, which way you will sleep?" I told Maharaj, I am trying to sleep. Then I took hand fan and suddenly it's come in my mind that now I shall meditate that cool place. Very cooler place. And I went to Badrinath and Kedarnath, that I have experience. Then I am thinking now with this way, I am lying down and meditating that place. Badrinath, too much cold. And that cold, how much cold there I have got, I am meditating. Suddenly my all sweat gone. And gradually, my all sweat gone, and I am sweating too much in the hot time. Now also I am sweating. That is, I told, please give fan. Anyhow, I am too much sweating. Then I am thinking, no, I shall not take fan. I shall meditate now. And when I am meditating, after maybe few minutes, maybe 15 minutes, then cold come to me. And I am feeling that very cold. And in that Badrinath. Then I stayed there half an hour or some time, and very good, pleasant mood and body was very cool. And then I wake up and I told to Guru Maharaj, Maharaj, I have done this. And Guru Maharaj told, see your body. And Guru Maharaj put his hand and he have said, yes, it is very cool. And Guru Maharaj said, you have got very good process. And I have said, it is possible, but it is practice of the body and mental practice. There may be devotion and not may be devotion. That is depending upon that person.
Somebody told me that, I don't know if it's true, but somebody told me he went maybe near Writer's building in Calcutta or somewhere near there when maybe Yogi was talking, and he's talking to some man, and he's telling people, and who he's talking to, that man's body changing to body of woman, and changing back. Then you have that.
Oh, it is what you say? Magic.
Yeah.
Hypnosis.
Mystic.
This is one kind of magic. It is not yoga.
Is it illusion or is it true?
Illusion.
Illusion.
magician can show anything and everything.
Yeah, you have seen also.
Yes,
the
I have seen. I was surprised. I was in my room and there was closed the window and some this way window, and through that I am seeing one magician showing his magic. Publicly showing in the some park like that. He's showing his magic and he put one knife, one man, this way. Knife gone that way. This big churi. And he took that man in his hand, this way. And showing to everybody. And asking money. That man. And that man showed many things, magic, and all is miracle. We cannot believe which way it is possible. And I heard the magician doing mesmerism, no?
Yes.
Hypnotize. But who will see him, he will be hypnotized. That type of magician. He is not seeing others. That is, he cannot see me. I was hidden place. He cannot see me. But I have seen him and I was hypnotized. It is completely hypnotized, otherwise not possible. And lastly took out that chora, that knife from his body. He shown everything. No, one drop of blood come. And I surprised to see that. Which way it is possible? Cannot understand. Till I cannot understand which way it is possible.
And on television you also saw. I saw one magician, he make one whole train.
Yes, I saw it.
Train disappear, and everyone is around that train and watching. And he covers the train, and he takes off the cover, and the train is gone, and they're walking across the track, and
There is the famous American, I mean, what is his
Yes,
name?
David Copperfield.
Yeah. Wow.
This is all very special.
Yeah,
He walked through
he's special.
Great Wall of China.
He's walking through the China
he
Wall.
walked through wall of China back and forth. He's walking. From one
And
side-
Liberty statue also.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
disappeared.
Liberty statue.
But they said
He's
they said
funny.
he went to China, and there's the Great Wall, and on one side he's showing himself, and then walking through the wall, and on the other side showing himself, and then going back and forth through the wall. Yeah.
It's very special.
Or maybe I have seen his magic in video. No. Videotape.
He's also hypnotizing?
Must be.
You're seeing
don't
video.
know.
How video can hypnotize?
No.
He can hypnotize, he have some policy, they know magician, which way they will show their magic. But some hypnotize must be there, that is, when they are telling he is coming late, and all the audience was very angry and told, oh, you are half an hour late, and he said, no, I am not half an hour late, I am just 5 o'clock. Yeah. They said, no, now 5:30, but no, now 5 o'clock. You see your watch. And everybody is saying 5 o'clock.
There was one Indian magician, famous.
Famous, that is Ganapati Sarkar. His
Everybody
name was
waiting for
Ganapati
it.
Sarkar. And
Everybody waiting for him. Everybody was waiting for him at one program, and he came very late. They were very angry,
One late.
and they're
one
shouting, "Why are you late?" And he says, "I'm not late. Why you are saying I'm late? No, you are very much late." And he says, "No, you look at your watch and you see." And everyone looked at their watch, and he's not late. He's on time.
It's mystic power.
mesmerism, I know, it is called hypnotism.
That is not city. Some kind of city he is.
Huh?
City?
Siddhi.
City, maybe
Siddhi.
some kind of city here.
Siddhi, everything is Siddhi. What is you are getting result, that's called Siddhi.
That some kind of magic is also Siddhi, like Prabhu
Yes.
Siddhi, Lagu Siddhi.
Yes, professional Siddhi can get him. Varieties of Siddhi. Siddhi means, what is the meaning of Siddhi? When you are getting a result, that is called Siddhi.
But mystic Siddhi, they were at 8 cities. Ashta.
Oh, yes. Anima Laguna Chaigo, Varima Mahima Tata, Bhakti Prakamo Isiddham, Vasittam Charta Siddha. That 8 kinds of Siddhi. Sita, Bosita, yes, one kind of memory. Krishna said to Arjuna, Vasame Yogamaisha. And Arjuna have said Vishnu. That's also one kind of magic. Without anything, he can show that magic to everyone.
When he's opened his mouth and that is the universe.
Yes. And he showed his magic to Mother Jashoda also
Yeah.
in childhood.
What is in your mouth?
He showed his and Guru Maharaj say he also showed his magic to Dhritarashtra.
Who had no eyes.
Who could not
So
speak.
it's-
Dhritarashtra cannot be hypnotized.
Yes. Dhritarashtra asked him, oh Krishna, everybody is seeing your Vishwarup here, but I am blind man, I cannot see. Please give me 5 seconds, my vision, and I shall see your form. And Krishna said, not necessary to give me vision. I am telling, now you can see me.
And how he can hypnotize Dhritarashtra.
By voice.
Through sound. Through his sound, transcendental sound, he can change everything. All the environment can change. He is living in the plane of Nirgun. Then all gun means all the qualities will serve him. He not will serve to the quality. Quality will serve. I am also sometimes telling to the friends, my devotee friends, you serve and you will see the result. Not necessary to go to Krishna. Your service when is what English? And your service will be
Satisfactory.
very nice,
Perfected.
Proper?
proper and
Satisfactory.
excellent.
Excellent.
Krishna will come to you and he will ask service from you.
So Maharaj is meaning through service we can get, through proper service we can get everything.
Everything. Yes.
Even if somebody alone, without sadhusanga,
Yes,
through
we
service
can
we can get it.
Service given consciousness and everything within consciousness. Then everything you will get. And which way it is told, we know the Vedas also in Vedanta Darshan, in Upanishad, there it is expressed. Jasmin gyate sarvavidam vijnatam bhavati. Jasmin prapte sarvavidam praptam bhavati. Tadvijikasha satadeva brahma. Who knows one, he knows everything. This is theory, and theory is very nice theory. And one is non-different with transcendental vibration. And Mahaprabhu given that process. You chant Hare Krishna, that is transcendental vibration. When you will be expert, not expert, English very difficult to tell me. When satisfactory way you can do it, you will see the form of Krishna and pastimes and your duty, everything you will get through that transcendental vibration. That is process of Mahaprabhu. And also proceeding process is very nice. The first is not to make anybody your enemy. Then secondly, you try to, with humility, to proceed on that plane. And that plane is service plane.
Guru Maharaj used to say, increasing your service. What
Yes,
does that
service,
mean?
giving service, service, increasing service. One by one it's coming. And it is very natural. Everybody can understand this. Yes, service giving experience to you, then you will get better service. Which way failure is the pillars of success. That is, failure giving some experience to you. Again and again you are getting experience, then you must be successful one day. Successful one day. But everything is reasonable, necessary. Then you will get result. One man we heard from Guru Maharaj, he was not a good student. He was always failure in his class. But finally that man have got a big scientist position. I forgot his name. But in student life he was not a good student.
Even Einstein like that.
Huh?
Even Einstein.
Maybe
was like
Einstein.
Maybe Einstein. That was a good student, is it?
Bad student.
Bad student. But finally he have got very big scientist position. I heard that name may be Einstein.
Yeah, very big. He makes the theory of
Not
relativity.
very big, he is the highest in this world.
Before he
His
died,
theory, Einstein's theory, is the highest.
he became
No.
very conscious before he left his body. Very much believed in God.
His wife asked, what you are now doing research? And Einstein said, if I am successful, then after my demise you can see me as seated with you and myself. That's why I am doing this. You can talk with me, you can see me, you can touch me. I am doing that type of research. Can you believe? I learned from Guru Maharaj. That is, Madhav Maharaj said, when Guru Maharaj is reading any newspaper, you will think he is reading the Vedas. It is same as newspaper and Vedas, but reading Sundar Maharaj. It is restricted in the mart of Madhav Maharaj. All mart, it is restricted. The brahmachari not will read newspaper. But Guru Maharaj, when going to Madhav Maharaj's mart, yearly once he is going. And that time, every day Guru Maharaj reading newspaper. And Madhav Maharaj was little disturbed. That is, his missionary ruling, nobody would read newspaper. And every day they are buying newspaper for Guru Maharaj. And disciple of Madhav Maharaj also seated there, many. And Madhav Maharaj also seated there, and Guru Maharaj is reading happily newspaper. Then Madhav Maharaj is giving this explanation to his devotee. Srila Maharaj is reading newspaper and Vedas is same. But you don't follow that. When Srila Maharaj is reading newspaper and you are reading Veda, that is same as. You cannot follow Srila Maharaj this way.
But you said lastly he agreed with Guru Maharaj.
Huh?
You said at the end he agreed with Guru Maharaj about newspaper.
Actually, in the newspaper many things, if we can use for our preaching purpose, then it is like
Vedas.
reading like Vedas. And which way I am telling many things, news about the world situation, many things. I am getting from newspapers. then I can use it for the service of Guru Gauranga, then no problem.
Now Veda's coming on the television.
That's
Yes,
7:30.
you can put.
now bhojane cha.
Also nature of bull, it is true, they wear saffron cloth. Saffron
Yes,
cloth,
for the
they
bull.
cannot tolerate.
Yeah.
Maharaj said, I forgot it, but now I remember it.
That's
It
right,
is
yeah.
true. They cannot tolerate
Saffron, the
saffron
red
cloth.
cloth in the
Huh?
like the red cloth they use.
Red cloth.
Yes.
And looking saffron cloth, they would eat. Why you wear saffron cloth? Your mind is not clean. कर्मेंद्रियानि संयम जो आस्ते मनुषाचरण इंद्रिया तक विमूढ़ात्मा मिथ्याचार शौच.
You are Mithachar, and
You
now
are
I'm going,
Mithachar.
and I'm going to hit you.
You know, bull is the symbol of religion, virtue, symbol of virtue.
Deeper moral to the story.
Yeah.
Bull is the symbol of virtue. And when he is saying Govinda Maharaja is a not good man, and
Hare
say,
Krishna.
what?
No. If it is true, if I will go near the bull, he will break me into this many pieces. Pieces like this.
Very bad nature. But I think they made bad nature.
They made him that way.
And he's pure Western.
He is
Pure Western bull.
pure
That is
Western.
his mother is Jersey, father is Jersey.
With passports.
With a passport.
The Jersey bulls are angry.
Oh yes. You don't
Very
go
angry.
into the field with them.
You can hear
If-
them all the time.
If you see
I will not
any
go.
bulls in England, you don't go into the field. Anywhere, you don't go into the field. If there is a bull there, you
Try
don't
to
go
avoid
in.
it, definitely try.
You don't even need to be in red. They go.
Actually, red not making bulls so angry, I don't think. Any movement, they say, because they're using red in bullfight, but they say it is not the red that makes the bull angry, it is the movement. Any movement he is only following movement. He cannot see so much the color, but whatever is moving, that he is going. Then they are wearing red, but they are moving that red. And then he is seeing some movement, and he's going after that movement.
It's a few words from the bull psychologist.
I read something.
They have one contest in the West, and they go in the ring with bulls twice as big as that, with horns, and they jump over them, and they try to ride them, and different things jumped. And
Oh, that's their crazy.
yeah, no, but they're not hurting them. It's the bull's hurting them. This isn't one of these battles.
Sanjamna, Jaste Manasasara, Indriyarthan Vimudhatma, Mitthachara Shauch. And bull is the symbol, no? Symbol of religion. Symbol of religion or virtue?
Religion, Dharma. Bull is symbol of Dharma, religion. Or
But religion,
they're saying
different religion.
Dharma.
And virtue, what is the virtue?
Good qualities.
Bull is symbol of Dharma.
Dharma means religion.
Sometimes they are saying religion sometimes, and sometimes they are saying duty, or sometimes saying different ways. Sarvadharmam parityaja, then that duty, give up all other varieties of duty.
Are you ready? Huh? Jai Guru Maharaj. Purana, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Sharidhari Kripam Udhirya Stamam Prapadde.
Name
Come here.
replying Sanskrit. Name was replying Sanskrit.
unbelievable.
I know, I heard.
What?
মানে কোন রকমে আমাদের ভাঙা নৌকোটাকে নিয়ে আমরা পার হতে যাচ্ছি। মাস্ট বি কেয়ারফুল ফর দ্যাট।
Now I always have the chains, Maharaj, for the bags.
Those are
and
the
train.
bags.
Oh,
We're going to say he always chains the bags. We always chain the bags.
On the
Now put a chain on the train.
the
Chaining the
train.
bag on the train. Locking. Chain.
Not my English. And all my friend is Western friend.
Oh, now your English is completely different than 5 years before.
Yes. Now, going by the mercy of the devotee, I am always talking with the devotee, then I am getting some capacity to take the key. I am getting some
Expertise. Ability.
I am capable to speak. Actually, I know what, but what immediate not coming to me. But what is proper, I know that proper. If you say some word, I not agree with you. When proper word will come, then I agree. But I heard from Guru Maharaj many words that time I do not know meanings. Only he has it. And now I can realize where which will be applicable. That I can realize. That
Oh, now I remember also on Dharma, they're not saying religion, they are saying religiosity.
religiosity.
Yeah, that word they are using. Instead of religion, religiosity. Religion means maybe some mundane religion, but religiosity means the quality of
Ananda Krishna going,
religion.
give little hot water to Ananda Krishna.
Yes, I'm making for
He is feeling cold, he is told
Very cold.
that
Right there translating. Dharma is religiosity, right?
religiosity.
Yeah. Because religion can be mundane religion, but religiosity, equality, like maybe.
How many name of religion? Religion, virtue. What is the virtue?
Virtue is not religion.
Virtue, what is virtue?
Virtue means good qualities. Virtue means good qualities. He is very virtuous, means he has many good qualities, but it doesn't mean he's religious.
Oh. That means, virtue means
Virtue means
water's virtue is liquid and going down, always. That is virtue of water.
Oh, no, that is not. Virtue means like he is generous, he is kind, he is merciful. That is virtue, virtuous or virtuous. But the quality of water, that is nature, maybe. But nature.
Very good.